Welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. TV Smiley here, bringing you some Division B West action. We got Reborn Knights Red versus sOaK eVeRy in the SpongeBob meme text. Looking forward to this one. We head into the series. 2 with the Spider Queen, going to be the first map pick. Let's just review the map selection. So, BOE banned out for the second time tonight for me. Dragonshire banned out by sOaK eVeRy, and we're going to go to 2 with the Spider Queen. Reborn Knights Red choice first. So, make sure that my sound is working. Oops, oh dear. We appear to be having some... Oh, that's right. Oh boy. I have no keyboard controls at the moment. I cannot open... There we go. We got sound back. But I can't open a menu to check my sound. So, we're going to move into this. An eVeRy ban, top tier tank at the moment. Good to get rid of him if you're not going to get him first pick. Kael'thas, good on the map. A lot of choke points. Wave clear, very important. Just a strong hero. Good ban. Strong hero certainly at this level of play. And I include myself as a B tier player. He's strong against that. Zeratul ban, very, very strong at the moment. Just completely shuts down certain supports like Ana. So it could be a suggestion that maybe they're going that way. Trying to set up with something like an Ana comp. Well, you know, I say that, but unfortunate. Anyway, as we move into this series, we're going to see a Diablo first pick. He was up, so why not grab him? That's going to be our first pick of this draft. Strong, a lot of ability to get some wall bangs on this map, a lot of narrow choke points. Also just very hard to kill once he has 100 souls. A good gem carrier. And there's the Garrosh Johanna. So Garrosh, also strong on the map. I'm surprised we haven't seen him banned as much lately, but then the Jaina, just fantastic follow-up potential there. You have the flip stun, you'll get a couple ticks of Blizzard with the Frostbolt. It's gonna put a hurting on someone. Raynor, exceptional assassin, and there's Key getting on the sOaK. He a man after my own heart. Also a lover of the cough. I will never call him that again, I swear to God. But in the meantime, we get a Raynor pick as well. Good assassin, but you need to see something with some wave clear, I think, paired with this to make it a good 4-man rotation. Varian, that's smart ban. That's a very smart ban, and here's why. Taunt sets up sOaK off root combos for free. Completely for free. And, so it's a good ban. And you could go Taunt as a solo lane variant, it would work fine. As far as wave clear mages that leaves up, I mean, obviously the big ones are down, but you could see an Orphea decent. Maiev gonna be denied. I like that choice. If it is something that the other team plays, you do not want to give them Maiev. With the kind of comp you're running, sOaK can really struggle when people get separated. That's a good choice. Meanwhile, 3 members left to choose for the side of Reborn Knights Red. Reborn Knights Red. Gonna grab the Rhaegar. Love it on this map. Tychus. I love it with the Garrosh. Damn. Very strong draft so far by both teams. Meta, certainly, but I don't say that in a bad way. I think the things they're choosing complement each other well. Garrosh does great separation. You have Jaina and Rhaegar for the wave clear. Tychus has great blow up as well if you can get the slow with the Jaina and the Garrosh flip. A good separation, good single target blow up, and a good way to attack this sOaK comp. Imperius and Phoenix. So a little bit less wave clears I would like, but very doable wave clear. As we see the Phoenix come out. And then it also lets them flex, where if the solo lane would counter Imperius, they could put Phoenix in the solo lane. and vice versa. So it's a good flexible option. Double auto attack though does invite. I was gonna say either the Joanna or the Arthas, and it is the Arthas of the two coming out. So I'm gonna see that be the last choice, and I think it's a good choice. It's going to be on Arthas to do well in that soul lane, and if he can do well in that soul lane, it's going to free up the 4-man to do just a lot of damage. Both very strong meta drafts. I like this. You know, Imperius also does the same thing Varian does, where he can set up that that stun into the sOaK root combo, and I know Key can land that. sOaK root combo, always a classic. But on the other hand, just good potential for separation and blow-ups. A lot of slows on the side of Reborn Knights Red to give Tychus plenty of time with that minigun. We'll see how he does with it. Oops. As we head now into the game. We're going to zoom out here, and we'll go ahead. Let's introduce our teams. On the left side, it's going to be Danebo on Arthas, Rise going to be on Jaina, sOaK going to be on Rhaegar, Ninja going to be on Garrosh, and Staymop going to be on Tychus. And on the right side, it's going to be Strogs on Diablo, Apocalypse on Phoenix, Dam13 I'm going to go with, DMN13 on Raynor, Key on sOaK, and Philip PK on the Imperius. I'm going to call him Dam. It's just going to happen. You know, Kaim, I really, really like the Rhaegar on this map. He's manaless on this map, completely manaless. Further, the Ancestral is going to be good to deal with the sOaK root combo, as well as the Cleanse. I think they needed a Cleanse, and I think they needed Wave Clear, and I think Rhaegar's the best healer with both. I think Rhaegar's a strong choice, and I think Tychus just pairs extremely well with the Garrosh. But so far, Reborn Knights Red gets that extra wave clear with the Jaina. Now Tychus being very annoying on this rotation. And trying to bait someone in for a flip. Key just barely net dodging that stun there as we take a look at the level 1. It is going to be the Poppin' Pustule out of Key. Interesting. I expected E-build, but I get it. You have a lot of melee here. You want to be able to slow them down in bulk, especially that Garrosh. Get the extra slow, but get some AoE slows off it as well, because they're probably going to dive in a group. Just a little free, you know. I'm gonna get a flip here. Actually, didn't go with the stacking quest, so I was about to say free stack, but does not have that. So ace in the hole here, so they're really going to focus on getting a lot of value on slows. My concern is, where are those slows? Is Philip K now in a bit of a sticky wicket? Now turning around. Risky decision. I think if Tychus commits right now, I really want to see Tychus commit. I really, really want to see Tychus commit. Oh. Oh. Don't go that way. I wanted to kill. Rhaegar gonna come up, help out with this out. Can't give him mana, he's not Malfurion. So far, 4-man rotations, fairly even. Little bit of a gem advantage over to Reborn Knights Red, but 9 gems now turned in by Dam. And there comes the engage on the Imperius. Is the grenade gonna find him? It does. Kobe! Over the wall. And that's going to be a few gems dropped there. Reborn Knights Red now with that gem advantage. Although, Arthas needs to be careful here. Phoenix does not commit. Rhaegar nearby. Rhaegar is going with the manaless build. That extra range. Ooh, Ninja's a little low. Needs to be a bit careful. Rhaegar doesn't have a lot of healing at this level. There is some good self-sustain, though, that Ninja can put on himself. Arthas heading back to the bottom. Imperious there now. Imperious checking, making sure no one's turning in. Tychus, I think, was turning in, but didn't realize he got interrupted there. Now interrupted again. There's a stun. Going for the silence. Ooh, Strogs in a bit of trouble here. Strogs is going to go down. Key now needs to be careful. Key does not get thrown, so that's good for him for the time being. You're seeing the bigger they are, so trying to get that added, like that quick burst to get someone low, and then trust Garrosh, or trust Jaina, excuse me, to finish. But turn-in is available now for Reborn Knights. Meanwhile, kind of stuck in a split sOaK situation, not really able to get the 4-man rotation. Is sOaK every lane. And Stukov not quite landing that silence, so Rise does get the turn in. Strogs flipped over the wall. I think this is going to be another death here for Diablo. No, he's fine. Ninja gets a bit low, but Silence not really able to secure it there. Tychus soaking the mid lane at the moment. He with 13 gems. I think he's the largest carrier right now. Yeah. Danebo trying to turn his 21 in. He does get his 21 in, so they only need one more gem. Either Rhaegar or Arthas does go down, but not before he gets his gems in. So, good kill there by sOaK every lane. But now it's a matter of they have to play just such good defense. There's the focus on the Garrosh. Good flip there by Diablo. Not the best body blocks, though. Going to enable Garrosh to walk away. Phoenix having to blink away himself. Both teams going to retreat and recover. Tychus has one gem. Does he go to try to sneak the turn in here? Right now he's kind of moving around the minions. He's being very passive, and I like this. He's not actually clearing the lane. He wants to let the lane die on his wall. Arcane Ninja going to take some damage here. Here comes the flank now. Staymod coming in, looking for it. Doesn't find it. There's a good silence onto Rhaegar, and Rhaegar is in trouble. Rhaegar going to get a great silence there by Key with the stun from Strogs. Good communication. And sOaK every lane going to find their second kill, even it up. And actually, despite only one gem being needed, it is going to be sOaK every lane. Defending, getting the couple of kills, getting that one big kill specifically, but getting the kill onto Arthas helped them. Ooh, Ninja is low. Ninja, please. Oh, Strokes is not gonna. Oh! Raynor finds the kill. And with that, that's going to enable a decent push here without the Garrosh to really threaten the lane. Arthas right now clearing the mid. Tychus clearing. Philip K, though, going to have to back. He's waiting for the well, gonna blow it. Try to stay in the lane for that tasty sOaK. Num 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 num. Front wall down in the top lane. Now I'm gonna rotate to mid. No spider in mid right now. Not committing for the fort. Looks like they're gonna rotate to bot lane. Maybe was thinking about a gank on Tychus, but wasn't there. Still got the wall down bot, though. The level 10s here for Reborn Knights Red, as they've done a little bit of better job of soaking every lane. Good cleanse by Rhaegar. Denying the slow, denying the flip more so than anything else. Silence there just to prevent the slow by Key. As Key did go actually growing infestation here, so that will help out. Will pay well with the root combo. Oh, I get it. Popping Pustules, what? Wow, I didn't put this 2 and 2 together. Popping Pustules is there to proc Phoenix and Raynor. A herp-a-derp derp. I am not a smart man. Indeed. Philip K looking to join. Got a big collection mid, 5 mid. But we are going to see that kind of same mid go top, or are we, as Apocalypse going to get stunned out with the taunt, Ancestral going to keep everyone alive. Shove out on the Arthas, trying to get onto Rise. Not able to do it. There's the overpower onto Garrosh, but not going to be able to secure the kill. And that was a good kill. Good separation onto the Phoenix. Good stun. Silence coming out, trying to enable the kill onto this spider, and they do. Expect to see Imperius go bot. Imperius has 25 gems, so it's actually a good idea for him to separate and go away from the rest of the team so he can try to sneak a turn-in away from the fight. And then just see a very passive, timid defense even top. I think it's okay to give up top so long as you don't give up some deaths here. I say that, but they're going to give up some deaths here. As DMN just did not either respect the Garrosh or notice the Garrosh there. Either way, going to go down. Fort was going to go down, I think, either way. But now they can turn this into a front wall on mid lane as well, I think. Not really making an aggressive play here. I would think I would have liked to have seen a hard commit to this front wall, just get it down. Now looking at Philip, though. Philip rotated at the wrong time, and he just gets absolutely separated and deleted. The kill comp is alive and well in HOTS, and it is led by Garrosh. I think it's a standard sOaK build save for the level 1 talent. You know, Massive Shove I think is a great choice into Arthas. But the level 1 talent makes sense when you consider that they're going salvo and they went ace in the hole. So they're just trying to get slows onto as many people as possible. So I definitely understand the sOaK build. I would expect to see sOaK root at 13. I'd expect to see Super Strain at 16. There's the separation on the Philip. Not really able to turn the damage around. Gets the charge, but here's a taunt. Good silence, though. Arcane Ninja staying alive for the time being. Philip K backing off. Battlefield landing. There's the salvo, but no slow there, and the shove late to save Imperius. And now Raynor's going to be the next to fall. And it just seems like sOaK every lane really having a hard time dealing with Reborn Knights Red Garrosh at the moment. And was Jaina just flipped to her death? She was not, but Strogs may die. Massive Shove coming out. Strogs going to be the next to fall. Apocalypse going to be the next to fall. Key is going to be the lone survivor. And you know what that means? It means blame the healer time. Oh wait, this isn't Team League, my bad. Take a look at those numbers. Right now, just really solid healing out of the Rhaegar. And it's not just about the healing numbers. You know, key situation is he can't heal people. They're just getting separated. But I think they're punishing the sOaK choice well, and that's how you punish the sOaK choice. Is you just go single target damage, you go separation. They're doing both, and it's working well. But damage numbers just really strong from Tychus, as I expected. With this style of comp, works quite well. Meanwhile, top keep barely surviving. Due to that Web Weaver phase. But, you know, where did we see sOaK every lane make some big plays to come back? Mid camp taken. Gonna have that spell armor. How is this gonna be approached? sOaK every lane's gonna have to take a fight before level 16. But needs to be careful about how they take it. They don't want to just run into Garrosh and hope for the best. Tychus looking for the flank. Potentially wanting to clear this lane. Separation now. Philip K got separated from the rest of the team. This does not bode well. Ooh, using the ult to try to get away. Isn't going to be enough. The root combo lands, but not before Philip drops. Yeah, things are just... Reborn Knights Red, they were a little slow to start the game, but once they got their first Web Weaver, they have just put a boot to the neck, and they have been really, really pushing it. And that's going to be a top keep down. Mid keep wall is low. Bot keep wall down. And they're going to even have a third turn in a row here in a second. But they're going to go ahead and walk up and take the free boss. Garrosh going to do... I like this. Aggressive zoning Garrosh is just very, very hard to kill. Especially with the kind of comp we're seeing out of... sOaK every lane, where they don't really have a lot of slows. They have a lot of, like, all-in engages, but Garrosh is just so hard to all-in on that I love this positioning while his team does the boss, just to make sure that no one can rotate there. So with that, boss pushing in top. We're seeing a little bit of sheepiness out of sOaK every lane. not yet committing to the boss. Meanwhile, Arthas now pushing up the bottom with Tychus. So expect to see a rotation. Jaina going to go ahead and clear this mid lane. Boss is on the core. Looks like the core should defend itself. Maybe it'll take a little shield damage, but a commit here to a team fight bot into level 16 disadvantage. There's the root combo onto Garrosh. Slows are there with the salvo, but it just feels like the health bars are just not dropping fast enough. Shoved there, missed by Key, and without, you know, without level 16, it's just hard to get kind of the engage they want. And they have a lot of sustained damage. I don't think they have anyone to kind of go for the kill shot. I think it can work if they're a bit more patient, but their comp also, now I think of it, I think it's pairing two hyper-engaged single-target tanks with a lot of sustained damage. And they need something like skill shot based that's bursty to follow up, like a Li Ming, maybe, instead of the Raynor. I don't know. A tough call because, I mean, Raynor and Phoenix are both good heroes. I just don't know if having both of them without a third, like, bursty assassin works well. But, with that, we're seeing a slow play, excuse me, on the side of Reborn Knights Red. Gonna just play this slow, look for gems as they can find them, although it's hard right now to get gems with as pushed as the lanes are. This will help sOaK every lane, get some gems of their own, and they actually do have a turn-in. The question is, can they get the turn-in now? You know, we are seeing a rotation top now. Gonna grab 3 gems up here, maybe get enough for their own turn-in. It's gonna be Arthas grabbing them. But Red should be able to grab their own turn-in here in the bottom, assuming Key gets his gems in before Arthas, which I imagine he will. Reborn Knights Red doesn't seem to anticipate the turn-in. But so there's a root there on a Phil K. Here's the taunt. They're separating out the Garrosh. There's the Unstoppable Silence coming in, the Ancestral there. There is the salvo, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to save Diablo. Diablo does go down, and the health bars are just still so high. Ninja is just so hard to kill on this Garrosh, and it's just causing things to snowball as all the cooldowns are blown, and sOaK every lane is going to go down. And despite the Web Weavers coming up, this should be the end of the game. I expect to see a move on the core. They will go for this Imperius. He uses a spear, but he's still slow. Tychus should be able to get a good minigun off here. And there it is. Down he goes. Moving now on to Diablo, chunking him. There's the flip. They're going to get the kill on the Strokes, and that should be the game. And really just dominant play there. After the first Web Weaver they got, they really put a boot to the neck and just kept it there. And, you know, tough loss for sOaK every lane. They're going to have to come back in this series. Let's see if they can do it when we come back here in just a second. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here, bringing you Reborn Knights Red versus sOaK every lane. Reborn Knights Red looked dominant on map number 1. Once they hit their level 10s, even more so. sOaK every lane, gonna have to find an answer. I don't think that answer is an early sOaK pick, especially into the Garrosh, but they're still wanting to deny the Anub'arak first. Anub'arak is strong on the map. Kill Thoughts once again getting banned. Same bans as last time so far. I should note that sOaK every lane chose to take first pick, so this map selection, as I'll bring up here right now, was in fact Reborn Knights Red. They chose to take it to Infernal Shrines. There is that Garrosh ban, which set up so many kills last time. That does leave up a couple power picks, though. See what happens. Do we see a Diablo ban here? Diablo can be very strong onto the map. Do we see that Ana ban again? They are going to target the Ana ban, not wanting to let Key get onto that hero. Ana, very strong hero at the moment. I would expect to see Diablo, but maybe they're thinking twice after that last match. Maybe they're thinking, you know, this other thing might be higher priority. Oops. Here we go. Back to the draft screen, everyone. Sorry.
Vanquish the weak.
Jaina pick. So, not wanting to go against the Jaina, wanting to get it in their own pocket. We're going to see DNM onto that hero. Trying to get... They had trouble getting executions, but what do they give up? They give up the Diablo, and they also give up the Rainer. So, those are going to be the picks. Already a bit of a tank choke here. Do you grab your tank now, or do you risk it being banned out? We'll see the decision that's made here in just a second. It's going to be Joanna, so there's their tank. And it's going to be the sOaK, so Key's sticking with it. See if it pays better. There isn't the separation this time as much from Joanna. If the team positions well, Diablo can separate, but it's a bit more narrow of a circumstance. And they have the Joanna, who if she gets separated can kind of take care of herself. Tychus ban. Not wanting to give up that hero. Strong hero on the map just because of Odin. It's a great way to secure a shrine. And there's the Arthas ban. I would expect an Alex Strasza pick. Alex is up. Rhaegar could still be very strong. Rhaegar is just a strong support right now. But I would not mind seeing an Alex Strasza pick. I'd say save your solo lane so you can pick something to counter. And get something like Orphea, maybe? Something with AoE. Alex Strasza, there it is. And Hanzo. So Hanzo's okay. He has good AoE damage in the right situations. Can struggle a bit until he gets the piercing W at 16 if he chooses to go that route on this map. Might be a Q build kind of game. Q build also strong on the map. I'd like to see, you have to grab there's the Zeratul and the Leoric. So, much burstier comp, trying to go with something easier to execute. We'll see the VP try to proc Entomb and Ring and Bless Shield and Silence, and really just try to get the blow off that. But with the Leoric, I kind of want to see a Blaze here to counter that, Bunker. That, or just go with pure Shrine Clear like Sonya. Or Dahaka, get some global pressure. I like it. Dahaka's certainly very hard to kill as well. He can just burrow if he gets BP'd. Just mashy. So I think it's a strong pick. I like it. It does mean, though, that Alex is going to have to be very careful. I don't want this to be a Q build Alex because of the Zeratul. I think Zeratul could get onto the back line too easily. But we'll see how they address it this time. I should note that Strohs was the Imperious solo lane. Now it's going to be Apocalypse flipping over to the solo lane on the Leoric. Danebo once again doing that soul lane role, this time on Dahaka. Very, very strong on the map. And we have the Alex Strasser. I really like that pick. On the map with the Diablo, it's just a generally strong pick. So, I'd say in principle, I like the comp out of sOaK every lane better. But based on what we saw last game, I think execution-wise, Reborn Knights Red showed they're up to the task of executing a more difficult comp, which with a Hanzo and a Raynor, it can be. But with the Q build, I think they'll be able to get some value. They can really stress out sOaK by, with a big Q, maybe make him blow his kill switch early in a fight. But with that, we'll go ahead and introduce our teams. We have,
the battle begins in
on the side
10 seconds.
of Reborn Knights Red. Oh boy. We're not getting the pop-ups? Oh, that's because we're in the wrong screen. Here we are. Yay. So we'll try that again in just a second, everyone. I was on the wrong screen because I am a bad. But as we had yet is the Q build on the Raynor. It's going to be Ninja on Diablo, Staymot's going to be on Raynor, Danebo with a very long tongue, separating out the Zeratul Linked Away on Dahaka, Rai's going to be on Hanzo, Stock going to be on Alex, Strode's going to be on Zeratul, Key going to be on sOaK, Silk-K going to be on the Joanna, Dam going to be on Jaina, and Leo going to be played by Apocalypse. Here we go. Both teams rotating, and it looks like Dahaka now going to rotate top. A little bit of a faster rotation this time with the Jaina on the side of sOaK every lane. Now getting some damage onto that Diablo. Chunking him well. Alex is going with the Q build. That is a risky choice here. Because of the Zeratul, I really want to see Zeratul try to get a lot of pressure onto Alex in this match. I think that will pay dividends here. With that, both teams continuing their 4-man rotation. Lead here by the side of sOaK every lane. He's still sticking with the popping pustules here. Trying to get that AoE slow potential. Meanwhile, Q build out of Zeratul, which is the go-to right now. It's just very strong and very easy to play. List, please patch. Leo doing well in this top lane. Here we go. Joe in the mid, gonna get spotted out by the Hanzo. Hanzo already done with 2 of the quests. Presumably he'll pop up and pew-pew Leoric a couple times at some point. Rotating safe, though. Rotating very, very safe. You get this sOaK. Gonna miss some minions in the process. Gonna miss a net 4 minions. But now with the explosive arrow can soak quite effectively.
Prepare yourselves for the slaughter.
I would say both drafts look solid. Neither... in the first set, I definitely found some question marks in the draft at some point. But here, I'm pretty happy. These are pretty standard meta drafts. Nothing too out of the ordinary. No real high skill cap, or at least high, like, niche heroes. It's all pretty broadly applicable heroes. Level 5 here. Both teams equal footing XP-wise, but good job by sOaK every lane getting that bot camp. It's going to force Dahaka to defend. They're not going to go for the Dahaka gank. They just want to slow down the rotation of Dahaka, see if they can get a favorable engage. They want to engage now to either make Dahaka commit or make blue back off, but Dahaka's already done okay against that camp. Good decision here by Reborn Knights Red to back off. Actually getting the flip there onto Apocalypse. And I do like the Joanna and the Leoric from the standpoint of they're much harder to kill because of their just slipperiness. We are seeing a start. Dahaka gonna stay away and keep soaking, so this is a 4v5. Here comes Alex now. They are hard committing to this fight. Dahaka has joined the fight as well. Burrows into the back. sOaK is low, as is Dam. Dam goes down, so does sOaK. And now the healing race is on. Does sOaK have a bio kill switch ready to save Strug? He does not. Silence coming in. Philip blowing the Iron Skin, but he's going to go down. And Key having to give that up 3 kills to 1. And that is a good start for Reborn Knights Red. It's going to let them get quite a healthy lead in this game. At this point, I'd like to see Apocalypse just break off and double soak. Reborn Knights Red just executing that comp well. And I apparently missed the memo. Everyone's picking Hero Stalker these days instead of the one who collects. I get it. I didn't realize that was the go-to these days. I guess my meta's out of date when it comes to the Dahaka. Very probable. Good leap over the wall. Baiting the Punisher away from the towers, though. You want to bait the Punisher kind of right in here, not down here, because then you basically, this tower couldn't hit it. Now Leo's just not in a great spot, as is Key now getting jumped. And this Punisher's still very healthy. I think they baited it the wrong way, and that limit how much damage they can get onto it. But still, they are going to clean this up, and they get the Arcane Punisher out of the way. Diablo going for the Shadow Charge. Good blink. 5 strokes to avoid the worst of it. But the Hakas have been down here soaking. Already about a 3/4 level lead for Reborn Knights Red. Looking strong. They can find a domination victory here. We'll see if sOaK every lane can come back. Strogs getting unstealthed by Dahaka W. You want to not want to give this. There's a silence on the point. This could be decent. Dahaka is low. Dahaka burrow charges, blows his Essence, manages to stay alive. And, you know, blew a lot of tools there, but got the siege camp, and great move. So, notice what he did. He got vision over the wall. That way the Khazra would attack that health. Didn't get all the Khazras to attack it. Did okay. But level 10... half a level away. We are seeing some sOaK catch up on the side of sOaK every lane, but they do need to live up to their namesake and sOaK every lane here in order to close this XP gap. Moving in onto Raynor. There's the Condemn. He doesn't have the mobility yet. There's the Silence, and down he goes. Great pickoff. That's just what the Doctor ordered here right before level 10. It's going to find them time to get that level 10 and get this bottom camp to set themselves up to play that mid-shrine. I like the move. They could even aggressively invade the siege guys on the other side before Raynor's back up if they wanted to. Although now maybe the timing's a bit sticky. They're going to grab some of the sOaK here in the mid. Num 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 num. Tasty sOaK. We have the Bless Shield VP, Massive Shove, Ring of Frost, and the Entomb. Pretty much everything I expected. And then on the other hand, the Dragon Arrow, ISO, Cleansing Flame, once again over the Life Finder. Am I just like a dinosaur and I don't know how to build Alex anymore? Ooh, there's a tongue on to, oh my goodness, Zera just gets hands off keyboard for seconds with the APOC. Hyperion gonna be the other choice, wasn't used there, but the ISO, the APOC, the stun, the Dragon Arrow. That just feels bad, man. For Strogs. He did not have a chance there.
You will take it for me.
But outside of Blessed Shield, they didn't blow any ults. They will have Blessed Shield up in 30. They'll have VP up before that, so they have a chance to make a play early in this shrine. It's gonna come down to how well they can land that VP into the Ring of Frost combo. It's a little execution centric. But if you're running this type of comp, hopefully you've practiced it. Strogs doing some scouting. Philip positioning in a good place to intercept any charges. Strog looking for the big VP opportunity. Philip taking a lot of damage. There's the Entomb, looking at the Raynor. Here comes the Silence, Ring of Frost there. Oh no, Silence doesn't get landed. The VP actually, I think, landed onto sOaK there. Zeratul now going to go down. That was a bit unfortunate. 1-for-1 trade. As Zeratul goes out, Philip is very low. Leoric going to have to walk away. I know they caught someone in that VP on red team. I think it was sOaK, which limited the healing. So a bit unfortunate on the execution by Scherz there. Still a much more even game than last time so far, although the last game really kicked off and got out of control at this point. sOaK every lane doing a good job soaking. This is the Frozen Punisher.
Blue team has summoned a Frozen Punisher.
See what happens here. Good bait right into the middle of those 3 cannons. Getting some good damage. Philip stepping up with the Condemn. Zeratul is rooted. They have to back up. Stroh's going to need to do a better job avoiding that free damage. Here comes the engage. Punisher is low, 27%. 14%. Root once again, but Fort goes down. Meanwhile, Dahaka already working on this bot wall. Punisher has dropped. Let's see how aggressive Reborn Knights Red gets here. Diablo doing some good scouting. As my cat Death meows downstairs. Been death meowing all day. He just wants attention. Hard to blame him. I've been away a lot. Looking for the silence. Doesn't quite get the silence on the Rainer. There's the Cleansing Flame. Entomb coming out. I don't know if there's any follow-up potential for it, though. And now Jaina gets separated. Ooh, the great massive shove. Can the Ring of Frost land? It does. And that massive shove was so clutch by Key. Absolutely saved DNM there. And if they can just disengage this, then DMN, damn, whatever. I'm gonna call him Damn. It's easier. Damn should buy Key a damn beer. What should happen? That was such a good massive shove by Key. So far, really have not been able to land that VP into the Ring of Frost combo. But all the ults down, except for APOC coming up just now. So I like the decision to break off. The Hawk is going to go top, going to get this top fort, using that global macro advantage. We're kind of seeing a little bit of the same as our first series. Right now with... Ooh, are they going to spot Raynor? Raynor should not have revealed. I don't think anyone knew Raynor was there. I don't think anyone knew Raynor was there. If he didn't step out and try to get cute and attack Key, I think he's fine. Little bit of the same problem we saw from House of Shez in the first match tonight, where there's a little bit of early 5-stacking in, I think, not great times for the side of sOaK every lane, but they're starting to split. Leoric getting the top. They're going to get this camp, so they're still macroing okay. And it's not bad macro by any means. You know, the 2 forts they've lost were mostly due to Punishers. But now it comes down to actually, they need to execute this comp. They need to execute the VP to set up the Ring of Frost. And Strohs has just got to do a better job of not getting caught out before you can get a good VP down. It's hard to do. It's very hard to do. You know, if you get revealed, Diablo is just going to charge you instantly. He knows you're there, but you have to be revealed for him to actually be able to target for the Q. This is going to be the bottom shrine. And this bot lane is very weak on the side of sOaK every lane right now. And a good decision to go for the well. A little cheeky, but absolutely worth. So they're going to have to fall back to the keep all real quick if they lose this. So the easiest solution, don't lose here. But they need to engage before Dahaka finds level 16. This is the global advantage here. And it looks like they're not going to be able to engage underneath these tower walls. So I don't know if they break off here and try to soak 16. Looks like they're just going to go and try to get an early lead onto these minions. Dahaka is now potentially ready to burrow in. Level 16 is here. Here comes Dahaka into the top bush. Rotation away from sOaK every lane. Massive shove there onto Raynor. Dahaka now in a bit of a good spot, but the Dragon's Arrow with the stun engage. Hyperion and sOaK gets absolutely deleted. And now Raynor is just getting healed through everything. Through his own heal abilities, through the Alex Strasa, through the Cleansing Flame. It's just... It just hasn't been enough what sOaK every lane has done to get kills, at least at a positive trade. And that Leo almost died beast stepping. But this is a dangerous situation now, as level 16 came in, the engage was there, the engage was rapid, the engage was merciless. And Reborn Knights Red looking to open up this keep wall even while Dahaka finishes the shrine. Very aggressive play, but I like it. They're taking advantage of the depth, and they're saying, look, you know, we're getting a keep here. Flip onto Leo. Now disengaging. Nope, there's another stun. Just trying to get those stacks. Stacks are the most important thing in this game, as we know. But actually, it is very important to get those Diablo stacks quickly. Dahaka burrowing in. Hearth Tome to get healthy. And now coming back. Punisher gonna jump soon. There's the Iron Skin. Punisher baited, but with the wall down, there's gonna be a straight engage onto the back, and there's the stun onto Leoric. He's gonna get away, but the Dragon's arrows have just been on point, and now we need some kind of VP to disengage. But once again, Zeratul dies before he can get the VP off, and things are just gonna fall apart here for sOaK eVeRy. sOaK now gonna be caught out alone. Is he gonna be able to get away? Apocalypse gets away with less than 100 health, as does Philip K. Cleansing Flame coming in. Going to just heal the team up, going to enable the push onto the core with this Punisher. Can we get the defense? We need sOaK to land a pretty big, massive shove here just to get someone off the core. But as soon as the silence comes down, Arcade charging in, now moving in on the Jaina. Dam is very, very low. sOaK trying to get the heal. Here's the Ring of Frost. Doesn't hit anyone. Jaina is just ice blocking to buy time. Down goes Jaina. Joanna goes down in that melee, and the core will drop. And Reborn Knights Red ran away with this match. Ran away with game one. Didn't really look back. Some moments here and there for sOaK eVeRy in the early game, but once they got on the back foot, they really had a hard time collecting themselves. So, great set there. You know, I think there were some good plays there. Like Key's massive shove was fantastic. They managed to get some kills onto Raynor, but just had a hard time killing the bulky frontliners of Ninja and Danebo in both games. Well, anyway, we're going to see if we can get a post-game interview. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the next Saming series. I am joined by two members of Reborn Knights Red. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Risengard, the captain and range assassin player.
No, Stamat. Also a range assassin player.
All right. So
Every other assassin player.
So with that, great match win, great domination victory for you guys. This was, you know, your two teams were close in the standings, but this is a good opportunity for you guys to kind of move up a bit and improve your seeding for playoffs. You know, let's start with what was your strategy heading into the night? Was your goal the domination, and which I imagine it probably was, but in terms of your goals, in terms of comp execution, you had a lot of separation, a lot of single target emphasis with your damage, with your plays. Was that intentional, or is that kind of just as the draft developed, you found that was the way to go?
It's a little intentional because I mean we've been playing together for a while now, so we're getting a lot better with our coordination. So getting just the single target blow up it's strong when it works out. We also saw that we could take advantage a little bit of their healer choices because they've been playing Ana and sOaK. If we just ban Ana, we know sOaK, he has like burst healing to a point, but it's not going to be able to save everybody. So I think we could really just pressure that a lot.
All right. So with that, Tomb of the Spider Queen was your first map choice. Um, you had that Garrosh comp. You guys executed, I think, quite well. You did not. I don't. Struggle is far too strong a word. You were pretty even until kind of after the first spider phase when you started to get a macro advantage. How do you think you turned that game into just like an out and out stomp that it kind of turned into, admittedly?
Um, I mean, the main thing is like for Tomb, it swings pretty heavily.
Mm,
And so as long as we can basically mitigate resource usage on their side, so you could see like at the first turn in they got maybe a wall, I think.
yeah, I think they
Um,
got two counting bot wall.
yeah, and so they didn't really get a level lead
Mm,
from that or anything. So that actually their turn in probably helped us push a little bit more than our turn in did, because once it gets there and we hit tens, turn ins matter a lot more. Uh, I actually think Stamop was the one making sure we we were honest on that one. But so it's really just a swing heavy map,
mm.
Like once we could take advantage of them being a little bit out of position. We weren't afraid to pull the trigger on like throwing out the heroics. Um, getting the fort on the first turn in really is what swayed it.
All right. So you guys, I don't. One question: were you surprised that that sOaK Every Lane chose to give you map pick again after the first map, or did you expect them to go first pick and prioritize that?
I expected them to give us map pick because just looking at our map overlap is actually pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
They play a lot of Infernal Shrines, and so do we. Um, like if you just look statistically, we actually favor pretty well towards the same maps as them.
Okay.
So I that was the other thing is we thought about shaking it up and just throwing out another map, which is what we did with Tomb because we haven't really played. We don't pick Tomb that often, but it was something we thought we could play well. But we just decided to go with the comfort pick on Infernal.
All right. Well, I try to make these interviews go longer, but I am East Coast. It is 12:07. So with that, thank you guys for letting me cast. Do you have any shout-outs?
Just shout out to everybody watching, and to the NGS. Everybody in NGS. Honestly, it's been pretty good this year. So,
No.
and team did amazing today. So good job on their part.
Hey, and shout out to you for taking the time to cast us and
Yeah.
wait for Dane.
Yeah,
And
thank
same.
you. Yeah, this is actually the first match I've casted in like 3 weeks. It's just because I've been busy with job interviews and things like that. But that process is thankfully coming to a close in 9 days, and then I only have to make one decision that affects the rest of my life. Anyway, with that, hoping to
Well,
cast
good luck with
more.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, hoping to cast more in the future. So you can follow me here, twitch.tv/dbsmiley. I pretty much only plan to stream when I'm casting Nexus Gaming Series or maybe some other Heroes of the Storm League when Nexus Gaming Series is in the off season. But NGS will always be my priority. And with that, I want to thank Nexus Gaming Series for putting this league together, all the admins for keeping it running. I want to thank Crow and Falendrith once again for the just wonderful, wonderful casting tools that they've put together. And I thank all of you for watching. Thanks for watching, and take care. Have a great night.